Alright, good evening everyone. So, I mentioned the other day my neighbor had went into hospice. Well, I found out yesterday from the mail lady that, he didn't make it. He died that Thursday evening. And, little bunny right there. And I hadn't seen his daughter. I had seen her on that, it was a Saturday. So, and then and it happened Thursday, so I hadn't seen her, but I knew something was wrong. The dog had been locked over in the pole barn, her dog a couple times. And usually she has her dog everywhere with her when she's up here. She lives in Florida, and her mom and dad go to Florida for the winter. But, so the mail lady had told me that, and then she left because she had brought a package up for me, and she left, and right as she left and was coming back down the other side of the road, she saw Julie, his daughter, there, and so she called me and said, "Hey Gary, she's over there," because I was wanting to talk to her, and so I went up and chatted with her, and yeah, what do you say to somebody that just lost their family member? So I just tried to offer my comfort, but yeah, at least he's not hurting now. Well, I could tell he was hurting the last couple of years, and then this year he was doing a lot of stumbling and falling, and yeah, I couldn't believe he was still out driving. So, all right, everyone. Well, I'll get a video up tomorrow, some sawmilling. All the only milling I did today was my dad showed up with his youngest brother, and he's been wanting to come out and see the mill, and so I threw one of those 2x live edge on there, and took a few swipes off it to show him how it works, and then I adjusted the blade. Noticed the guide pins, it had been squeaking quite a bit. So I got looking, and this one here was tightened up way too much on this side. It was almost pushing the blade over. So and I found out why that probably happened, because this nut was loose, the lock nut. But so I adjusted that, and then I decided I'm building a wall up there in my garage, and I decided that I needed a couple true 2x4s, because there's a 2-foot high brick foundation all the way around the wall, so that you got to almost build out a little bit so that you can go straight down to the floor from the existing wall. So, and I needed a true 2-inch. Well, then I throw an 8-inch board on there, an 8 1/8, and I cut it to 7 1/4, which it was perfect. And then so then I put it at 3 1/2 here, and I ended up making the board that I cut off a little bit, nope, this board was a little bit light that was still on, so I put on this 1-inch board here and did a few swipes and got it adjusted a little bit. So that must have been like that for a while, because now it's making a hair heavy 1-inch. Well, alright everyone, well, this video's starting to get up towards the 5-minute mark. I'll quit blabbing. I've got a lot of firewood done, really kicking butt. About got all the slab wood moved. The tractor was dead on me earlier, so I plugged that in about 2 hours ago, and just been waiting. I think it was up to like 75%. I don't want to put a guy that I just did logs again for the other day, Thursday. I was supposed to do them for him Saturday. I ended up doing them he changed and asked if I was available Thursday. I said, yeah, it sounds even better. Opens up my Saturday. And he had a generator he was willing to sell me from his old 8N, and I said, no, I'm eventually going to change it to 12 volt. So, oh yeah, we're at 60%. But yeah, so as soon as I get the rest of that moved, I'm going to get this motor on the trailer. I'm not using the gooseneck right now, so if it has to sit on there a few days until I'm ready, so be it. There's a big stump there I got to cut, but I think I can get it low enough and be able to drive over it. And then there's 4 pine logs from a while back that I gotten from the neighbors, and they were full of ants. Well, I think the ants have vacated. I bumped them a few times with the tractor, and usually when I first put them over there, I could walk over there and just kick them, and the ants would pour out, and they seem to be moved. I flopped them a few times with the tractor over there and didn't see nothing moving. And I guess we'll find out when I bring them to the mill, but still some quite nice logs. Even though the beetles have gotten to them, they shouldn't have got to them too bad because they had a lot of the bark missing. I see a few holes in it. Those are all just ant holes, but I'll get a few fence boards out of some of those, especially this one here. There's still a lot of meat there. That was I think like a 22-inch log right there. So, all right, everyone. I just thought I'd update you. I know I had a few of you guys put you're sorry to hear that and stuff in the comments, and thank you for that. I guess haven't registered it yet, but all right, everyone, you have a great weekend, and I'll post a video tomorrow of some milling. I don't know what I'm gonna mill. It's hard telling. I might do a couple of these shorties or something. Those ugly logs seem to make some pretty nice boards. That was some real nice wood. But this big log here was from the tree service, and he cut it all up. But I think that would have some nice wood in it. There's 4 or 5 of those, but I was thinking of throwing this one here on and mill that up. I think it should hit 2 head blocks, but I have decided I'm going to, when I first got this mill, he had it skinny enough. Well, no, I never moved it. It's still at 4 foot. But I think those are like 3'10" to where they'll sit on the head block, but it misses this. It like sits right on the edge. So I think I'm gonna skinny that one in a little bit that way. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Have a good evening.